You've probably heard about walnut shell blasting or nut blasting. That is used by professionals to clean EGR valves and intake manifolds and other engine parts. Today's quick video is to see if we can do it at home and cheaply. For this nut blasting experiment, I'm going to use a cheap $100 air compressor that has a small 800 watt motor and a small 3-gallon or 8-litre air tank. Also, we're using a cheap sandblasting gun and a big bag of crushed walnut shells. When I first thought about doing this video, I imagined that it could be possible to do this kind of job inside your bathtub, perhaps. But you can forget all about that, and I'll explain to you why that is later. Right, let's get to it. I set up my outdoor working area and then hit problem number 1. This sandblasting gun needs continuous high airflow to suck up those walnut shells. And the little 1/4 inch air hose that comes with this unit, it can't supply the flow. So I turned the gun upside down and turned it into a gravity feed gun. I 3D printed this little funnel, but you could just as easily tape on any funnel or even the neck of a soda bottle. So now we have nuts feeding in. Will it do any good? Well, sort of. The little air compressor with its little hoses still can't supply full pressure for more than a burst at a time. So it is possible to clean something the size of an EGR valve, but for an intake manifold it is never going to work. A professional air compressor with a large tank and 1/2-inch hoses is needed to have that continuous high flow that's needed for nut blasting and for sandblasting. And now for problem number 3. There is mess absolutely everywhere. I put a tarpaulin down to catch the walnut shells because they can be reused. And most of them are now all over the yard, in the tree, in the neighbour's yard. And the oily soot from the EGR valve ended up on me. It flies straight back at the gun, and of course I'm standing right behind the gun. So it went on the face mask, on the GoPro that I tried to use badly. It ended up in my hair, inside my clothing. Yuck. The professionals use a cabinet to blast inside of, and that is a very good idea if you ever want to do this yourself. The conclusion to all of this is that some jobs are more hassle than they're worth, and so it could be better to pay someone else to do them. But if you're determined, then EGR nut blasting is a possibility, but intake manifold cleaning is just not going to happen. Until next time.